How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. I've got a grand intro for you. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready
I'm
for
so
this one,
ready.
yeah? So, hi, I'm William Barsley from the British Blacklist, and today I'm joined by actress, singer, dancer, let me get this correct, 2006 Spelling Bee champion, and now this is a new title no one's given you. Trust me, I've watched all your interviews, yeah? Wait for this one. The intergalactic ambassador for Robin's Mudfield, Chicago, Keke Palmer, yeah?
Okay, I literally love that. Okay.
Who plays Izzy Hawthorne in the new Disney Pixar film Lightyear. So how's London treating you? You jet lagged?
London is good. I'm definitely jet lagged, very jet lagged. It's starting to like really creep in, and I keep trying to, stop myself from trying to do a really bad accent.
Well, you it clearly didn't help, but you still did it anyway.
I know.
What I was gonna say is I really enjoyed this film. I'll be honest, I was a little bit scared going into it because I grew up on the original Toy Story franchise and I'm mad overprotective of it, like it's like my baby. But this felt fresh, fun, and original. So, as a fellow Toy Story kid, how did you feel going into this?
When you think about reinventing an IP, you're kind of like, okay, which way is this gonna go? But I think this is the hope that you wish it would go, that it doesn't always go with every project. But the way that they reinvented Buzz Lightyear's character and like, you think about Toy Story and you realize, okay, Andy had to love the toy Buzz for a reason. Like, why did he get that toy? And then you realize it's because of this movie and that's what Lightyear is about. I think it's just such a fresh take on something so nostalgic.
No, I agreed. I was a Woody kid, but I'm converting. Don't tell him anything about. I'm converting
I
slowly.
was too. I was too.
But what I wanted to say, I guess, tell us a little about your character. Tell us about Izzy Hawthorne.
Yeah, so Izzy Hawthorne is the granddaughter of Alicia Hawthorne, who was the partner of Buzz Lightyear when they were space rangers. And when they get marooned, they kind of, their lives take a different trajectory. And Izzy is born into the world. And she always wants to just make her grandmother's legacy proud. She wants to figure out how to be the best space ranger she can. Currently, she's on the Junior Zap Patrol and still has a lot to learn about being a space ranger. But when she meets Buzz, she's really excited to go on the journey together with him to change things and to make everybody's dreams come true.
Yeah, I feel like you two differ greatly because she leans on the fact that she's related to a legend, whilst you're the daughter of a legend yourself in Angela Bassett, and you never talk about it.
That is very funny.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I know the rumor. Just want to address it here. Shout out to Mrs. Sharon Palmer and Mr. Larry Palmer, your actual parents. But I'm sure are legends, right?
Yes, I feel the same way that Izzy does. Even though it's such a great moment. First of all, I loved how you just pulled all that together. That's very impressive. But I love the moment in the movie with Izzy where she says to Buzz, Buzz is like, your grandmother never got to be, who she was supposed to be, and it's all because of me. And Izzy says, oh, trust me. She mattered. And I think that's such an important thing because a lot of times, people feel like because they didn't get to have that big moment or get discovered or make this particular achievement that they didn't amount to anything. And I think it's so good to know that, like, as long as you matter to somebody and you impacted somebody's life and someone can say you were inspired by them, then you did enough. You did more than enough that you needed to do in this world. And that's how I feel about my parents. My parents were actors. They had ideas of being entertainers. They never really got quote unquote popular, but the impact they had on me, I carry that with me everywhere I go. They are my heroes. And so I really relate to Izzy's character with how she feels about her grandmother, despite whatever her grandmother did or didn't achieve.
Let me interject just by saying that you definitely matter. I'm sure you already told, but you've had such an impact on so many of us. So I just need to interject quickly and just thank you before we move on.
That means the world to me. Thanks, Waylon.
And I guess one of the funny lines for me in the film was that she said that she was afraid of space. And the idea of being pushed in one direction, allowed to keep going. Yo, has anyone told her what it's like on planet Earth for a brother? I'd love that. That's a dream come true. No obstacles.
It's so funny when you say that too. It's like, you think about Izzy, a female leader and also a Black female character, being afraid to take up space. I think, again, Disney Pixar, they do so many things with their films that there are layers upon layers upon layers of messages that are so positive to take away from that. And so to see Izzy step out there in that space and not be afraid, I think represents so many things. It's literally to infinity beyond. And her taking that chance and, having that courage to just exist and move forward, I think it says so many things in one.
And in agreement with you, if I'm not mistaken, you didn't get to meet your castmates and you recorded your lines solo. So I can't imagine that was a struggle for you? Because you got one of those cheat code voices like Kyla Pratt, like it just works every time. Like Michael Jackson moonwalk, Steph Curry free. But I'm still going to ask you.
I live for that comparison because I love Kyla Pratt. So thank you for that. She's like one of my like inspirations. So that's cool.
I hear it. So I'm going to ask you, was it a challenge to do that? Be humble, Keke, be humble.
You know what? I think, you know, going into working with Disney and Pixar, there's another added level of pressure of wanting to make sure that you get it right. And then, you know, so many people are going to hear it and see it. And so you want to make sure that you go in the right direction performance-wise. So it was really fun finding which areas of my voice that I wanted to exist in with Izzy. You know, if I wanted to use my accent, or which moments I wanted to use my accent in, or when I wanted to express comedy, or when I felt like it should be a serious and emotional moment, or, you know, how low and deep in my voice I wanted to sit, or how high. And just finding the range in that character was a lot of fun, and also something that I really was, you know, taking my time to create and discover with the director Angus.
So there wasn't any room for an English accent in there? I know you wanted that.
There wasn't, but you know, old chap, I knew I was going to be here with you, and so I prepared just a little bit of enough, and it just didn't work. Oh my gosh, I need to work on this English accent so I can get some more English gigs.
I was gonna say, I've heard you talk about being well into your adult years and still being cast for the roles of 15 and 16-year-olds and finding that annoying at the time. Black don't crack the gift and the curse, baby, is what it is. Now that you're even deeper into your adult years, do you have a deep appreciation of being able to play younger roles like Izzy Hawthorne and being able to capture that childlike innocence and wonder?
I do. I really do. I'm so thankful that I still have that energy. You know what I mean? I'm a millennial, but it's like I'm leaning on Gen Z just a little bit, and it means a lot. You know, I think it's just awesome to be able to continue to find different stories to tell and play all kinds of roles, whether it be older or younger. You know, it's just great. I'm very thankful to be able to still have that kind of range.
Yeah, and I know that you said that you were, I guess, skeptical about taking on younger roles because you didn't believe that they would maybe give you the opportunity to like explore the full emotional range and just be creative. How did that role allow you to do that?
You know, it's interesting because, yeah, it's true. I think sometimes the idea is that you think, okay, if I play younger roles, then I'm not going to always get the opportunity to just show and express range. But I think, you know, again, with Disney and Pixar, they're the kind of place where, yeah, they have youthful characters, but the youthful characters are dealing with heavy themes. You know, you think about Finding Nemo, you think about Toy Story, you think about Lightyear. These are really, you know, heavy themes, but they put it in a colorful way, and they make it easy and digestible for kids to adhere to, and in turn also adults, which is kind of incredible. So I think, again, it's all about the material, you know, and it doesn't really matter the age. It really matters about the people that put the project together and the level of storytelling that they're putting into it. Because when you look at it, you think about Lion King, that's nothing but Hamlet, and that's Shakespeare, some of the hardest work to digest, but again, somehow Disney is able to make it digestible and putting in a new format. And I think for me, as long as that is the kind of work that I can have access to, you know, just really brilliant storytelling, I don't care what age I have to play.
Amen. And this one is just because I did a lot of research, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not letting it go to waste of mad hours. I gotta use it. So in regards to Izzy, did you have any form of I guess connection to her growing up and being homeschooled from the 5th grade onwards? Did you kind of connect her in the sense that she was in a different world and she was maybe alienated some way from people that were like her peers and her age mates?
Absolutely. I totally relate. I mean, I think we all have our own unique experiences. I think for me, being a kid entertainer and being homeschooled, I always felt, okay, somewhat different, or maybe, people, how they relate to me and how also am I relating to them? You know, there's a lot of social cues that happen in high school and in grade school that you miss out on sometimes when you're, you know, in the adult world as a kid. But it's a learning curve. You know what I mean? I've had my moments where I had to learn how to take up space and how to exist and how to have the courage to learn and be okay with making a mistake. You know, it's so cute in the movie. Izzy is so encouraging of her other friends when they make a mistake, but the moment that she makes a mistake, it's like, oh no, you know, I can't make a mistake. And I've been there myself and had to learn to give myself grace.
Well, on that note, like giving you grace and giving you flowers as much as I can virtually, I promise you that Izzy and all of your other roles that you've had in the past and going forward, you've got a busy summer ahead. We're going to see you a lot. You're doing an amazing job. I know this doesn't probably mean much by some guy in London in his bedroom, but we really appreciate you at the British Blacklist and in London in general.
No, it means more than you know. I thank you so much for that just thoughtful interview and all the research I could tell that you did. It means the world to me.
Thank you so much. So June
Shout out to
17th.
Blacklist.